I feel underdressed, seriously.
Well,
I was going to wear my Heisenberg t-shirt.
All right.
I have a Heisenberg shirt that I was going to wear today. Good thing I didn't.
Is it his face?
It's the face. It's the little caricature that the cousins drew. Yeah.
So you were all in on Breaking Bad?
I was all in on Breaking Bad. How about you?
All in. From the beginning, yeah.
From the beginning. Now, did you watch in real time? Because I started watching last spring. And was able to watch whenever
I watched in real time,
okay.
But at the end of each season, I would probably go back and watch it all again 1 or 2 times while I waited for the next season.
We're totally off topic because we do eventually want to talk about the fact that you have your own late night show, but we'll get to that later. Favorite scene in Breaking Bad? If there's one, it's like,
that's
that
a good
was
question.
So cool.
Favorite scene in Breaking Bad? I think my favorite scene in Breaking Bad was the season finale. That whole season finale with Gus Fring.
Yeah.
That year, whatever that is.
Tell everybody how it ended. Just tell everybody how the show ended, if you will.
I won't do that. But I will tell you, there was a good scene with Gus Fring. Here's my Breaking Bad connection is my wife. I just got married, and my wife is from Albuquerque. Thank you.
Yeah, cool.
So when we go visit her family, like we always drive around, and she's like, "That's where this happened in Breaking Bad," and it's all like they're all like terrible places.
Yeah,
it's like that's where they sell meth in the parking lot
because they're not the most glamorous locations. There's a dirty, beat-up car wash.
Yeah.
There's Walt's house, which is probably not in the nicest neighborhood. I'm not sure.
And then to beautiful vistas as well. Like I don't want to run down Albuquerque.
Right, exactly.
Now that I'm married into it.
Okay, speaking of marriage, you just got married.
I did.
And that's cool, and congratulations.
Thank you.
There's a great story that I'm going to ask you to share about the proposal process, and how did this work?
Well, with proposal, is this where I put it around my dog's neck?
That's the story I heard.
I tied a ring around, ring around a ribbon around the dog's neck. Because my wife said she was going to be home in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then she called and was like, actually, I'm going to be home in like 2 hours. And I just sat. I had to just like sit staring at my dog. I was worried she was going to eat the ring.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was not a fun 2 hours.
So you're sitting on pins and needles. She finally comes in. Did she see it right away?
She saw it right away. But then I think she was a little bit more like stunned than excited. And so it wasn't like, I would love to say she like screamed and jumped up and down, but she was just kind of like took it off and then just kind of like walked through the house like a ghost.
So you didn't quite get the reaction, maybe, Seth, that you were looking for.
I didn't quite get the
a good reaction, and she still said yes.
Even the dog was like, huh?
What's going on here? But you did get married.
We did.
Now, did you have a big Hollywood wedding? I mean, did you rent out Candlestick Park, or did you?
We didn't do anything. Like we rented out a Little League field. No, we got married in Martha's Vineyard, and it was great. It was not a big Hollywood wedding, but there was a lot of our SNL family was there, which was really fun, and it was great.
Okay, now we're segueing smoothly from the wedding to Saturday Night Live, which you were on it for, I want to say, 8 or more seasons?
No, I think this is my 13th season.
Okay, I was way off, about like 5.
To be fair, I was only good in 8 of them.
Okay, so that's what I was going to say. No, you did Update for a long time.
Yes.
And you were like the pillar of Update. And then not only that, you were in other sketches.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, do you have a favorite sketch, either that you were in or not in, on Saturday Night Live? I
have so many favorites. I mean, to have been out, anytime I was out at the Update desk with Stefan, that was an incredible job for me. I wrote a thing last year where Louis C.K. played Abraham Lincoln, which was a sketch. I was really happy with how that turned out. There's so many. It's
hard to pick.
It's hard to pick, and also you do so many that they kind of like you forget, and then one day you're like watching it on like VH1 or whoever shows the repeats. You're like, oh yeah, where did that?
So people will bring up once in a while. They say that bit you did where you were a panda bear. And you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I have that. Certainly in my cast days when I was in sketches, there's a lot of them I forgot about.
Okay, I'm sure. We asked Tina one time. We got to talk to her, and we asked her, and hers was, if I remember right, it was Colonel Angus.
Yes.
And she was very proud of Colonel Angus.
Yes.
When she proposed that, did the writers just go, wait, we can't do this. This bit is way over the top.
Well, anytime Tina proposes anything, I think you just give her the keys and let her go. Yeah.
Because it was classic.
Yeah,
it was classic.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your new show.
Yes.
We have no idea. I mean, first of all, congratulations on your new show.
You were going to fill me in. I have no idea either.
Okay, let me. I'll plan some stuff with you.
Okay, great.
Okay, let's. What about a band? Are you going to have a band on the show?
I don't think we're going to have a band.
DJ?
Yeah, we'll have someone doing music. We have Questlove from The Roots who's sort of helping us out, guiding us musically. We do. The Roots are going to this Tonight Show with Jimmy, and I feel like I'm not breaking any news here when I say they're the best band in late night, and we don't.
They're awesome.
It would be impossible to touch them. So.
Right.
And also, you know, I'm not as sort of musically inclined, or I should say musically gifted as Jimmy. And
gotcha.
So I think we'll leave him to dominate that field and try to find something else.
There's a rumor that when they introduce you, you're going to dance through the aisles as you're introduced. Is that just a rumor?
It's right now coming in on a harness, but we haven't quite figured out the physics of it. Every run through, I go through a wall, and that's not good. So.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Now, as far as like just regular stuff, I mean, are you going to do skits? Are you going to do update?
We want to have a lot of writing in our show.
Okay.
Like, I identify myself as a writer. We're hiring a lot of talented writers. We want to have a really strong monologue. We want to bring that element of Weekend Update to it, where we have people playing characters who come out, and I get to be a straight man to them. And there'll be an element of skits and things like that, but we're not trying to deconstruct it. We're just trying to do it really well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
February 24th.
Yeah.
Now, it's a long way away. It's one of those things where you don't have to get nervous about it yet, and I don't want to set you up to be, but do you think you'll be nervous?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I'm already a little nervous. To be honest, the next day I'll be nervous is December 1st. We move into our offices.
Oh, okay.
And I think that will make it very real. Because as of right now, I'm still, you know, working out of my SNL office, and that feels very comfortable, very lived in. And I think when we make that move, panic will set in.
Do you have a nervous ritual? I mean, do you do something like, I don't know, before you go on, you have to do something to calm your nerves?
It's a little thing. I punch a security guard and try to leave the building.
Okay.
But it's nice, you know. It's
whatever
just a thing that
calms
me down.
Sure,
yeah.
sure.
No, it's funny. Like, I do kind of trust my nerves, if that makes sense. I like to feel little butterflies before I go out. I think that's my body's way of reminding me this is important and you should really focus on it. And so, if I didn't have butterflies, I know that seems counter, but I would be worried.
No, that absolutely makes sense.
Yeah.
You're a writer. You write some great stuff. When you were a kid, what did you laugh at when you were a kid? Me, for example, I thought Brady Bunch was the epitome, the peak of comedic genius. What did you laugh at?
It's funny. I watched Brady Bunch constantly. I don't know if I ever laughed. I watched TV just because it was on. Like, I feel like I watched Three's Company
just
every
because
episode
it was on.
like 100 times, and I don't know if I ever took any enjoyment from it. I loved Cheers. Like, that was a show I adored. I obviously loved SNL, but I also loved In Living Color. Those were shows I liked a lot. And I was really lucky that my parents introduced me to a lot of pieces of comedy that I was probably 4 or 5 years too young to enjoy, because I think that started me out at an early age. Like, we were watching Monty Python when we didn't quite understand any of it, but the silly walks part of it, and then you watch years later and understand that there's a lot more going on.
Now you get it. Yeah. I took my kid, he's 12 years old, to see Bad Grandpa the other day.
And did you feel like you were a good dad or a bad dad?
Bad. That's well, they have a scene there where Johnny Knoxville's testicles are hanging out of his boxer shorts, and he's dancing in a strip club.
Yeah.
And I did the thing that, and you'll do this one day too. Yeah. You cover their eyes, but then they get mad that you're covering their eyes, and he pushes it out of the way.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel that bad. I looked over, and there was one of his classmates and his mother watching the same scene, so I didn't feel that bad.
That's good. I do remember those moments going to a movie where my mom would cover my eyes, and then those movies are still the most alluring mystic movies to me, and then you watch it's some movie from the Tom Cruise in All the Right Moves. It's 2 seconds of nudity, but I was one day I'll be old enough to see.
Wow, that's so cool. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We're very excited to see you. I've always thought you were very funny. I don't know about these guys. I think they thought you were funny too.
Well,
did you think Seth?
A lot of straight faces.
Has he been funny? Okay. Congratulations. Thanks for talking to us, and we'll see you on NBC on February 24th.
After the Olympics.
Seth Meyers, everybody.
Thank you.